Welcome, one and all, to another session of Vegas by Night. I am your DGM for the night, Hunt, and tonight we have Thander and Dream as the players. When we last left off, they both went about their own ways, mainly in helping to build up their newly minted casino. Still trying to find a name, of course. As well as trying to find information on the recent murder, as well as getting a few ties within the Camarilla. So far, the biggest detail that they could find out about the murder is that the young woman who was murdered was a local college student, and that she was the daughter of a prestigious casino owner who has since then gone into recluse, has been completely cut off from the world. Before we ended our last session, they were visited by an agent of Kendall Smith, the bouncer and agent himself of Montrose, the sheriff. The agent of the agent, in this case, being a Mr. Benjamin Howell, aka Little Benny.
The Benny and the Jets.
Alright,
Oh
so,
yes, he like just showed up.
Mm-hmm. So, any quick questions by anyone here or by the players?
I don't really have any questions. I'm just trying to decide on what I might choose for leveling up. Oh god.
It's fun because you can do it in the moment as well.
Yeah.
Man, I forget where I was, if I was downstairs, like, on my way to sleep, or
I thought you were
if this
checking
is the
like
next night.
I thought you were like checking like security cameras and stuff.
Oh yeah, I was probably setting stuff up downstairs, or whatever.
Right, and
If it's the same night, I had just come back from the, club, and asking about, the girl.
right,
If it's the
and
next night, then we just I just probably just woke up and was checking out how things were going, and then this uh person showed up.
yeah,
Little Benny.
the person in question, Little Benny. You can get a close look at him. He looks humanoid, like he looks very much like a person, but you can tell by the very slight vision of a fang as he kind of nervously raises up his lips. You can tell he's most likely a kindred. Slightly thinning hair on the top of his head. When compared to the overall confident and slightly charismatic appearance of Kendall Smith, Benjamin looks a little bit more jumpy, a little bit less friendly, maybe a little bit jittery.
Ah, familiar.
So, yeah, I hear Benjamin say, "You are the two newest additions, right?"
Oh, so we're together?
I mean, if I thought you had come back, because if this is the next night, then you had already
Yeah,
come back.
I would have come back. I guess uh um, I guess I would have driven myself since seeing as like my retainer is practically useless. Um, maybe that's what I should do is upgrade, get myself a new retainer. Call the company. So you got somebody other than dubstep?
Uh, Little you know that Dubstep's just in the other room hearing that. Make it a small note.
No.
'Cause I think
I mean,
you
yeah.
had like one of the security guards open the door for you, because we were like talking, and then one of the security guards opened the door for you.
Yeah. So, then he walked in and he looks at you two and he asks you if you two are the new additions.
Well,
And
yes.
he just kind of looks at the guards around him anxiously and a few side glances, but keeps his focus on you two.
Uh, yeah.
It's a pleasure. What do you need done?
Well, Kendall, he says, with a bit of an irritated breath, said, Kendall said that I should meet with you to flesh out formalities in a way, get to know you in some way. But in either case, I'm more familiar with what's going on the down low with this murder case.
Mm-hmm.
So, we will probably be doing a few of the investigations together.
Oh,
Oh, cool.
Now,
well,
is there a place for us to sit? He just kind of looks around. Yeah,
well,
he still looks a little bit twitchy.
I'll look around. Are there any chairs for us to sit in? Any, like,
I
a
mean,
bench or something?
there's poker tables and there's the bar.
Yeah,
I mean, I figure, like, all the poker tables and everything like that, because, I mean, we didn't do a
Corpus.
time skip, like, we didn't do that.
all right, yeah, probably that because that would allow you to face him properly.
Mm.
So I guess, like, a week or so has gone by, and, new stuff has been brought in, new chairs and poker tables and new the walls are being worked on because it's a big casino, and that takes time. Probably getting new carpet put in, probably, like, checker pattern carpet or something.
Right.
Oh, man, there's just been like packages showing up like at the door, and
Yeah.
then Dream comes out, grabs it, and goes back downstairs, including a big giant bed.
Drags the bed down the steps.
That's
Forces the security guards to help.
Yeah.
yeah. So as you go to the table,
Hey, Miss Dogberg. Thanks for watching. Keep going.
So as you're at the table, little Benny looked around a little bit more and he said, "Seems like you're doing a good bit of work around here too." So, or is that
Sorry,
being workshopped?
you broke up. I didn't hear anything that you just said.
All right. It seems like you have been doing a good bit of work around here. He noticed, but I see that the name Dragon's Horde isn't on the casino anymore. Are you workshopping that right now?
Yeah, it's a work in progress. Once we come up with a name, we'll probably
Yeah, I have a
get
list on my phone.
You, you do?
Yeah, like of all the things that you've told me
Oh,
to
okay.
try and call it.
I was gonna say, like,
I've been
I
deleting the
mean,
bad ones.
if you're willing to show me what we've been workshopping, I'd love to hear kind of what you and I have been fiddling out.
Oh, later.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, we'll keep workshopping stuff then.
Yeah, he just kind of hears you talk. He can kind of see his fingers just kind of tapping on the table. All right, so let's get to
Dream
discussion.
is. What kind of
Discussion.
chairs are we in right now?
Uh, I would probably say something like bar stools for the time being until you maybe get better merch.
Mm, okay. I guess there's no improper way to sit on it. So I guess Dream is kind of sat cross-legged on the top of the
Right.
um bar stool.
And I guess Thander will be leaning up against, like leaning in a booth, just kind of like motioning to what's his name to kind of sit down with us, or to sit down with me.
All right. So, yeah, little Benny, sits across from you in your booth. He still looks very antsy, his fingers tapping a little bit rapidly on the table. So, let's go into details about the murder, if you would.
Okay.
Do you have anything to report?
I have absolutely nothing. Um,
Nothing you
there's
probably don't already know.
literally we've gained absolutely zero leads on what is actually going on, other than that this individual has been disposed of rather quickly and had this issue covered up. It seems to be a vampire attack of some kind. We are completely aloof as to who could have done it. At the same time, this seemed to be because the person that was killed had no blood drawn from them, but two perfect vampire wounds. So either this person is doing this as a blatant, open attack against the masquerade, or they're trying to make a statement to someone in particular.
Didn't, didn't you say someone overheard something?
About
Like
Yeah,
there was someone
um,
who said a huge fuck up.
yeah. Remember Thander from last game, the hobo?
no, I'm brain dead right now. Hobo did what?
Yeah, like you came across this old blind
Oh,
hobo
the
in the
hobo
last.
did say yes. There was a homeless individual that stated that he heard a man was the criminal, was the culprit. He heard a man's voice speaking to the woman who was murdered and questioned. This homeless man, I was not able to get any more information out of him other than he knew what the person's voice sounded like. The man was a drunkard, and, well, I take what he's saying at face value.
Uh, with a bit of a sneer, he pulls out a small notebook, flipping it open as he starts very quickly writing in it. Not really a lot to
Yeah,
go off of.
we're starting from, square one, where as you guys have been probably on this case for a while now.
More longer than we should have
Mm, that's fair.
been. Okay. Okay, as he signed it a little bit more, he looks over to Dream. All right, so have you seen anything?
No. Have any
Seen
of
anything? Like,
Like,
uh,
were you always with him? He says as he points to Thander, or did you two separate? Did either of you see something that the other didn't see? That's what I'm asking.
well, I mean, I went to a club by myself. Didn't get much to go on, but I know where one of the places she was that night.
What was that?
The club I went to. She left with her friends. But between that time and the time She was murdered. I don't know where, but I was planning on trying to follow the trail, as it were. You know,
I guess I'll have to work for now.
blood
He just
popping.
hold on. Let me try and adjust this a little bit. Can you hear me good now?
Yeah.
Okay. I guess this will have to work for now. He scribbles a little bit more. Okay, so what about the crime scene? We went in before you. Did you see any details that we might have missed?
Honestly, no.
No. Besides the officers on the case, I don't think we saw anything else.
Just a bunch of dumb bastards, he says.
Well, we did
One
notice
of
that
them
there
seemed more
was.
capable.
Yes, I was going to say one of them seemed to be more aware of the situation than the others. Most of them seemed to be completely stupid, where this one seemed to be almost FBI like.
He his hand just kind of stops a slight jitter for a sec, but then gets back to writing, and he says, "Describe the person in detail."
I would tell him that like the person had all of the features that we saw. I believe it was like a uh, one of those long raincoats with like a hat, and he was like he had these like piercing eyebrows, was very angry, and kept staring at us occasionally. um
Well,
we
staring at you,
well
I
we
was.
thought he was kindred, but it turns out that he actually wasn't. He was completely human.
I forget the name. I know I looked it up.
Ugh.
Proceeds to
We.
look proceeds to look up the name again.
All right. Do you need me to say it on the side?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. As you look through the notes of your phone, you come across the name Cody Fairfield.
Oh, it is Cody Fairfield. I did write his name down. Okay. FBI dude.
Uh, FBI dude.
Tall, salt and pepper. Uh, bit of a grumpy person. Although, I mean, most detectives always look grumpy. I think it's kind of their thing. Sorry, what?
So we'll probably get to keep an eye out for him then. You hear Benny say,
Well, I mean, that's what I was going to do. Um, I think he's working with the officers. Maybe I should go check it out. I could probably gain some extra insight. No, I figured something out.
"What's that?"
Oh, nothing. Uh, just something I figured out last night. How to do. What am I? You know?
You see Benny's hand kind of clench the pencil in irritation. He's like, "Then don't bring." Ah." And he just
Oh,
puts the notebook back in in
you
his
know
breast
us.
pocket.
We tend to see things. Sometimes aren't there.
Alright. As he grumpily gets up, you two just better get this thing sorted out, because I am on wit's end right now.
You seem like it.
Like hell, sure as hell I am, he says. When this whole thing happened, our entire feeding ground got cut off. I've been having to drink blood from a bag for weeks.
Oh, you don't like it? I think it's like a Capri Sun. It's very
I,
delicious.
I hate it, he says with a very deadpan look.
Have you ever tried adding anything to it?
He just gives a very low growl.
No, okay, just me.
Uh, as he then starts to get up from the table, just kind of stretching a little bit, trying to calm down a little bit. He then looks over to you guys and he says, at some point, you're probably going to have to look at the body. You understand that?
Oh, no, okay, yeah, sure. I can do that.
Are you going to give us the ability to? I mean,
I don't know where I can step and
Well,
where I can't, you know, because I could totally break in, because that's one of my, you know, I used to do that. But, I don't want to have to.
well, I'm hoping that. Well, I'm hoping you don't have to. He says. Still relative newcomers, and I really would rather Kendall not let you have that privilege to begin with. But, he says, as he fidgets a little bit more, we're trying to get through officials right now for us to look at the corpse. They're being very tight-lipped about it, though. Aside from those who took photos of the body and looked over it with evidence, no one outside of the police force has been able to look at the body.
Hmm. Maybe I could sneak
So,
in. I could honestly sneak in.
I'll take that into consideration, he says after a small pause.
That could be something I
Well,
could do.
I've just...
Fun.
Well, I better take off then, he says. I was just here to get a few notes. He
Can I
adjusts
get
his
a sense
jacket and
of?
starts...
Can I get a sense of like what kind of clan he is? What blood line?
Alright, 1 sec. I have it written down here, just...
'Cause he's pretty on edge, but like he's really jumpy.
Okay, yeah, he is, just judging from, a few of his physical appearances as well as a little bit of his personality, you get the feeling that he's Tremere.
The worst kind. I hate it. Okay.
Oh, yeah, yeah, you probably got some bad readings from that then.
Mm. I hate it. I hate Tremere. They're bad. This is out of game me talking. uh, they're cool, but they're also like horrible people.
mm-hmm.
Just by nature.
Right. Alright, as he gets the door, he grabs a handle and stops, forward turn to the side, giving both of you a sideways glance, and he's like, and he says to you, if you have any more news, be sure to send it Kendall's way. He'll send it to me, and I'll do a little bit more sightseeing.
Sure thing. She's not looking up from her phone as she says that.
He just, his glare just kind of deepens a slight bit before he opens the door and makes his way out.
That's fun. I have an idea. Now, if you want to accompany me on my idea, you could. But I'm gonna go back to the crime scene.
I'll go with you.
Okay.
Alright, so you make your way to the crime scene, which is just a short, relatively short ways away, right?
Yeah, I'm gonna
It's-
be unseen for this trip.
Alright, and as you get there, some of the police tape is finally being moved, and there are fewer officers walking around. But as you make your way there, you do see the familiar trench coat, as well as smell that very strong stench of tobacco.
Hmm.
As Fairfield is right there, looking over the crime scene again. The body outline has started to kind of fade away by this point. There's still traces of, there's still a good few traces of it, but it's being weathered away, and nobody's really bothering to keep it up. And most
Um,
officers look a little bit impatient as they're waiting for Fairfield, who is still looking over the area fervently.
can I slip into the alleyway and find probably maybe like some leftover blood or something like that? Like blood splatter?
You see, like, some caked in blood on the ground. Um, okay.
I'm gonna, I don't know, assuming I'm unnoticed, as I'm invisible and silent.
Alright, alright, yeah, you start to kind of scratch away at the blood. Do you have any sort of tool on you?
She probably still has her analyst kit.
Alright, so,
Um, she's gonna take some, but she's also going to, just put her hand against it, and I want to activate premonition to see if I can get any vision or insight.
alright, so, as you touch the blood with your premonition, you do not see, an alleyway as the last moment of this blood. Like, you see, from this blood, you can see where this person was, but only through a very small haze. The blood is dried up. It's just about faded away with whatever fatality had left in it. Most you can do is you hear a very faint bit of music, and a very faint flickering of light.
Do I know which direction?
No.
Okay.
Most you can get is this is probably one of the few things that she saw before she died.
It wasn't. So she didn't die here. Or is that?
Yeah, that's what you're getting. Like you do hear like a bit of thuds in the air, almost like the rhythm to a bit of music. And compared to the alleyway right here, where it is almost dead silent.
So she was closer to one of the clubs when she got attacked. Okay.
And actually, real quick, you hear footsteps start to walk towards the blood splatter. I want you to make a. Let's see. I want you to make a composure slash.
Like stealth?
Yeah, composure and stealth.
Composure's not great, but okay, that's fine. I suppose I could try to see if I could get hungrier so I can add a few dice to it. But it depends on the difficulty. What's the difficulty?
It's going to be a 3.
Okay, so I'm going to make a rouse check. Man, getting hungrier all day long. Nope. Fuck. I'm at 3 hunger already.
Okay. So that's gonna be your. Is that your final roll?
No, that was me seeing if I got hungrier, so I could add bonus dice, and I did. So now I'm at 3 hunger,
Oh.
which is fun. Three successes.
Sorry.
3 successes.
3 successes. Okay. All right. So as you turn to the sound of the footsteps, you see Fairfield walking towards the blood splatter again, looking at it. But as he got closer, you felt very unnatural. You felt the hairs on the back of your neck stand up. You felt whatever warmth is left in your body just turn cold. Like, as he got up to you, for some reason or another, every nerve in your body told you to get the fuck away from him.
He was breathing. He's a... Okay. She scurries back. She's not making any sound because, of her silence of death
Right.
ability, but...
Right. He looks down at the...
staring at him. Just kind of not okay with him being so close.
Yeah, and actually on that, I want you to... Actually, no, hold off on that. As he gets to the blood splatter, he kneels down to look at it one more time, tracing his gloved fingers along it, until it got to the part where you were scratching the blood at. He stops right there, and looks a little bit deeply at it. This looks like a tool? And you hear him talk to himself. He looks around, standing up, looking from one end of the alleyway to the other, just seeing if he can see anything that's out of the ordinary.
He's gonna just quickly just duck out of the duck around the corner.
Yeah, and as you duck around the corner, you kind of see him reach into his breast pocket, behind in his jacket, and as you retract his hand, you see he has a silver cross on a necklace around his neck.
Oh shit. She just kind of cusses silently to herself. Like, that's bad. I won't do anything, but that's still bad.
Yeah, he looks around a little bit more, and then he kind of purses his lips and lets out a loud whistle. And you hear a few footsteps run up behind, from the entrance of the alleyway as a few officers make their way towards him. "What's up, Doc?" one of them say. Fairfield sniffs, putting the cross back in his pocket as he takes a few more looks around. And then he walks over to the officer and says, "We probably need to get whatever evidence you have left of this area and then scrub it clean," he said. "What?" "Yeah," the officer said. "You've been all over this place day in and day out. Aren't you sure we're gonna..." Then he just gets stopped by him and says, "Scrub this place clean. I don't care how, and do not make a big story of it." And then he just proceeds to walk straight out of the alleyway, leaving the
Hey guys, give me a second. I gotta step away.
Totally puzzled.
I have to... Yeah, as long as I'm looking into the victims. Shit. I actually have to... I would have to... Fuck. Okay. Yeah, no, I'm just gonna let that happen.
Actually, on that note, I'll be right back too. I'm gonna take a quick restroom break.
Oh, okay.
You're back.
I'm gonna start taking pictures. That's what I'll do.
Sorry about that.
Yeah, it's fine. I'm gonna start, I'm gonna, like, shrug my, bag a little to the side, and I'm gonna reach in, and I'm gonna pull out my camera,
Okay.
and I'm gonna start, snapping pictures of what the alleyway looks like now, so before they clean it up.
All right. So you just go around taking very quick shots. Obviously, the flash is off.
Mm-hmm.
Just darting around the cops with ease as they take one quick look around before they leave and start making phone calls.
Okay. Um,
I'm back.
Okay.
okay. I mean, I assume this camera is probably made to take pictures like this because she does this quite a lot anyway. So
Right.
hopefully they're decent so she can get a good read in what this part of the crime scene looked like before they scrub it clean. But
Yeah.
after she
So you
takes
got.
yeah, after she snaps the pictures, she's gonna actually go see what the guy's doing, like the hunter or Cody.
You
Just
see,
feeling.
he leaves the alleyway and he starts walking down. He starts walking down the sidewalk in the opposite direction of the casino. You see, he puffs out the last of his cigarette before tossing it on the ground, stepping on it, continue walking while pulling out a new one. As he pulls out his phone and starts typing away at it.
If I use heightened senses, can I see what he's typing?
All right. All right. And so yeah. From your how close are you to him?
I'm probably like, because I don't want to follow him too far along, because I don't want to leave um my companion alone, Thander.
Hey, Sonata Mag. Hey, everybody. Thanks for watching. And I mean, I. So
But
we're still at this crime scene, right?
well, yeah, you were kind of, I kind of went in, and then it I've been like doing all this fun stuff.
So I'll walk up to Dream and
I'm currently invisible and following the Mr. Fairfield, so I'm not in the alleyway currently, but
okay,
I
okay.
will probably show up soon.
All right, well then I'll start walking down the alleyway by myself.
Well, as you go to the
And
alleyway, you just see some cops. A few of them take a few pictures, but
they wouldn't still be there. I mean, this is like day what 3? The cops don't hang out for like
They
2-3 days in a row.
they were there with Cody Fairfield because
Oh,
apparently he's been like poring over this like day after day after day, trying to figure out something.
hmm.
yeah.
Okay.
So back to Dream. Yeah, you only can barely get the bare glimpse past his shoulder from where you are. But you can see that the contact name of a text that he's getting ready to send just has the word pathologist on it.
Hmm. This guy's worked here for a while, right? Out of the research I did, or is he new?
Are you talking about Fairfield, the detective?
Yeah, Fairfield.
Yeah, he's worked with Force before. Yes.
Okay, so he's from around here.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Contact pathologist. That's something to look up later. After I see that, and I don't think I can get any closer without being risking too much, I'm probably gonna back off and go back to Thander.
All right. All right. As you make your way back to Thander, Thander is probably just looking at the cops as they move in and out, and they'll probably see like a cleanup vehicle pull up. A few of the officers look at it in a slight disbelief at the situation, but just kind of shrug and direct the individuals from the van to the area.
So, in retrospect, where's this van pulling up to where I am?
It's pulling up like on the curb beside the alleyway.
Am I near it? Like, what's going on with me? Like, am I finally heading into the alleyway?
No, I'd say you're probably about 15-20 feet away from the entrance.
Okay.
Like you're a few good steps.
All right. Well, I'm gonna sit here and just watch from a distance. Are there like around this alleyway? Are there any shops, any buildings, or anything like that that might be open that I might be able to go to kind of perch out and kind of watch, like maybe like a coffee shop or something?
There is a bar. I'd say I want to say on diagonally away from the alleyway, like not facing it, but just like a very short walk away from it. Like if you glance out the window from the bar, you'd see the edge of the alleyway.
Mm-hmm.
So you're gonna go in there for a sec?
Mm-hmm.
All right. As you step in, you You see a few of the locals in there. They look to be older folk. This is probably where some of the older residents of the area stay. The bartender, older man, looks up to you and asks, "Can I help you, sir?"
Yeah, could I have I'll say like a whiskey or something like that?
Jameson.
No, I'll say a beer. I'll say a beer. That's kind of casual. So I'll have a beer, and then I'll take my beer and kind of go over to the window and just kind of watch over the alleyway and just kind of watch the night kind of move along and just kind of wait to see what happens until Dream kind of finds me. I figure Dream probably doesn't even know I'm in the bar, but I figure eventually she'll show up.
Well, not much else happens from what you can see in the alleyway, and before long, in fact, you see the vehicle just pack up shortly after it arrived and just drive off as the police make their ways out and start leaving the scene.
All right. Once they've kind of like left and they've kind of done their own thing, I'm gonna then head over to the alleyway so I can, because I don't want to get caught. I don't want like people to see. I just want to like inspect kind of the crime that's going on. We haven't really gotten the ability to kind of go in and see for the first hand.
Well, unfortunately, as you go in there, you see that whatever evidence was there was scrubbed completely clean. The leftover outline of the body is gone. Whatever places of like blood handprints or anything have been scrubbed away.
Mm-hmm.
For some reason, this cleaning crew just cleaned everything up.
I guess I'm going to appear
All
like
right,
right behind you out of nowhere, and it's like, I got some pictures before they cleaned it up.
Well, we'll have to get those exposed and then take a
They're
look at those pictures.
they're they're digital.
Yeah, yeah. So just get those digitally exposed and yeah,
It,
do your thing.
no, everything. Yeah, you know, I'll do that. Um, on a more serious note, I think he's a hunter.
The cop.
Fairfield.
Oh. Oh.
I dug at some of the. I got some samples of the blood, and he noticed. I had scratched some away, and he pulled out a silver cross. A guy's eerie. I his his aura or something. It's not pleasant.
So let me get this straight. This cop is hanging out in the alleyway. He thinks that he sees you kind of scratching at some of the blood so that way
No,
you can take a sample, and then he pulls
he
a cross out.
he was he was looking over it anyway.
Yeah.
Like he's basically apparently been all over this place like day after day after day, and he noticed something was off. But yeah, he pulled out a silver cross and just looked around like it was going to do something. People think I'm weird, but no, She didn't die here. She wasn't attacked here, in this alleyway.
So she was, what, planted
She
here?
was attacked closer to a club. Yeah, she was. This is probably not the word for it, but disposed here.
Hmm.
So she could probably be seen.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna start at the club I was at last night, and I'm gonna see if there's security cameras. Because she went club hopping with her friends and from that night, and I need to know where they went. But I could probably pass for a college student on campus. Um, I was gonna talk to her friends, probably. With my awkward social skills, it probably won't go over well, but, you know, I'm at least got the awkward college student down. That's... Yep.
Hmm. Well, let's make our way to this club. Let's see what we can find. Maybe somebody might have saw something that night. Maybe saw her leave with somebody, or maybe she was picked up by somebody that someone didn't recognize that night.
I asked
Uh,
the club owner.
Wait, you've already gone there?
Yeah, that's where I went last night.
You said you went to the casino.
Well, I went out. You were still fixing stuff up.
Okay.
You know, where I came in and I was calm for once.
Okay.
I was eating and listening to the music. Don't worry about it. I got some information out of it.
Well, I am going to worry about it. You're not going to communicate with me on what you might be doing. How will I be able to help in a situation? How would I be able to help you if things went bad? You'd be stuck and be all by yourself. There's a reason why we've been teamed up together. We need to try and work together as best as possible.
Oh,
I.
I mean, I didn't know she came in there when I went in there.
Mm-hmm.
I'm telling you now.
A little late, yeah, but I mean, whatever.
She left with her friends that night, and then between the time she left and the time she was murdered, something happened. She
What
was
happened?
attacked and then dumped there. And if I can find the trail, I can find where she was actually attacked, and maybe there's more evidence there.
All right.
Alright, so are you going to head to the club that they went to?
Yes.
Alright. So, at this, alright, let's see, what were the hours I set for that club? Uh,
Basically all weekend, I guess.
right, oh yeah. So, you walk into the club, it's filled with a few more people now.
Mm.
Like you see a few more groups of college students just sitting around, just kind of chatting with each other, mind their own business, laughing loudly or whatever. And you see the club owner just sitting behind a counter, just idly watching everyone. handing out a few drinks, alcoholic and non-alcoholic, and then just sending to his own business.
You want to chat him up? You're better at that. I'm gonna go take a look outside.
Sure, I'll go over to the bartender and kind of start talking to the people. I'll walk over and I'll flag the bartender down, and once they come over to me, I'll look them right in the face and say, by any chance, could you? And then I'll um, compel and hit them with help. Um, and then I will say, me. Um, and I'll say, there was a younger girl here the other night. I'm sure you get many of them. But this girl, she ended up having a horrible accident. Have you heard about the younger girl who was murdered the other night? Apparently, she was seen leaving here before her mysterious absence.
The bartender blinks as you use your compel on him a little bit, kind of shaking his head, trying to think clearly. He's like, uh, uh, well, yeah, I know of the girl, but that kind of behavior is commonplace around here. They just stop by this place first, and then they head a little bit further into town to check out the other clubs. He gives a
Mm-hmm.
small shrug. I couldn't tell you which places she hid and which ones she didn't.
Mm-hmm. So you're saying that she may have left here and maybe gone somewhere else? Kind of like a bar hop situation?
Yeah, yeah, he said with a slight nod. That's typical around here, especially during weekends. The college students, he makes a motion to the patrons and the rest of the club. They usually hang around here, have a few drinks, dance a little, laugh before moving on to another place, and do that a few more times before calling it a night. It's typical around here.
Mm-hmm.
That's probably why he paused a little bit, trying to think of the words. It's probably one reason why they're having trouble with this whole situation with her, if you ask me.
What do you mean?
Uh, he pauses again, looking a little bit troubled. But then he kind of gives you a glance, thinking a little bit more about it, and he says, "Maybe you should talk with her friends. They still come through here every now and then. Not as much as they used to, but they come in here at least once a week now."
Could you, by any chance, draw me a sketch of them?
I could, he standoffishly looks at the side. I could show you some footage, I suppose.
Oh, that, yeah, whatever, yeah, uh-huh. Like,
Yeah,
oh, yeah.
I'm guessing you still have them under your compel, right?
Yeah, I mean, well, so compel only works for one word. Like, I could technically do
Uh,
mesmerize, but that's more of a, like, kind of giving them something to do. Um,
okay.
but in this case, what I'm doing is I am just trying to get him to kind of give me more information than we already. I don't figure he knows, their freaking Facebooks or anything like that. But also
Right.
at
Yeah,
the same
he.
time, like Thander, like can't be like, hey, what's their, Facebook or Instagram or
Yeah,
what?
right.
Because Thander literally lives in like the freaking Stone Age.
Right. He's like, okay, maybe not show you the footage. That'd give me a lot of legal trouble. But, he, he stops for a second. He says, one girl, one of her friends, I think, stops here every Friday night. She orders a peculiar, type of drink. So, if you would like to see her then you may. She doesn't come in here with her friends anymore.
All right. Well, thank you. I really appreciate the help, and I will use my dominate ability, forgetful mind. Um, Let me just double check, just to make sure. So I can rewrite whole swaths of the victim's memory as long as they can keep the victim's gaze in full, uninterrupted attention. The vampire verbally describes the victim's new memories, which the victim then accepts as this power does not allow the user to investigate the victim's true memories. It's more resembled blindly. So I need to make one rouse check, and they need to make an intelligence versus. Oh wait, no, I automatically do this
Okay.
to them because they're.
Yeah.
I just have to.
You
roll
just need. Yeah, you just need to make the rouse check to see if you get
which is
hungrier.
manipulation plus dominate.
No, you don't
Right?
need to. You don't need to make that. You need to make. You just need to roll one red dice, and if it comes up a success, then you're fine. If you comes up a failure, then you get hungrier.
Ah.
It's just the one dice.
Please do not gut the bartender.
No, I wouldn't get the bartender.
Depends on if he's a redhead or not. Oh, no, other way.
He's really balding, and what hair he does have left is
okay.
black. So.
So it's that the. There we go. I
You
had
do
a
get
total
hungrier.
of I do get hungrier. So I'm finally where you are.
At 3?
Yeah, but it
Oh, fun.
succeeds. So I tell the bartender,
Oh boy.
I really appreciate your honesty. Don't worry about all of this. Forget I was even here, and you know what? I really appreciate you pouring me that drink. And here's a nice tip, and I'll give him a $50 bill.
He just kind of nods a bit dumbly, still kind of processing your take on him as he reaches over, takes in, and kind of blankly says, "Thank you, sir." And as you walk away from him, he just kind of blinks back, just getting back in reality.
And we'll go ahead and pause on my roleplay because right now I gotta focus on my son right now because he's being a little disrespectful. So give me a
Oh,
second.
fun.
Alright. Yeah, while you're doing that, I'm going to go and set up another thing of coffee real quick. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Alright, sorry.
How's everyone doing?
Sorry.
Hmm.
My boy is just like he's like trying so hard not to go and get into the bath. So I apologize. You know how 5-year-olds can be.
Yep.
So are we taking a short little break right now?
He went to go grab some more coffee.
All right, so where would your character be around 9 right now?
She probably. She said she was gonna go look outside, but she kind of just stayed close to the entrance and watched. Because the music. She kind of wanted to stay listening. She's kind of looking around for cameras and trying to dodge them.
I'll attempt to pull out my Nokia and I'll send you a message, and it'll be like this super crude kind of like text message that says, "Look for her friends."
I guess you'll get a message back, just like alone at college.
It so like it would ring, but I don't really know how to like read the messages. So like I'm like clicking buttons and I end up like holding the power button down for too long and it just turns the Nokia off and I'm like, ah, god damn it. You know, I just get, you know, like you hold it for 10 seconds and it just depowers down. So I figure that's literally what happened, you know, and I'm like, ah, god, and I'm just like looking through the crowd, kind of like looking every which way,
Okay.
looking for a dream to try and like be like, did you get the message?
I'm back. Sorry about that.
It's okay.
It's
Just
okay.
just for the audience, I'm making coffee and stuff right now because I'm a morning worker. So even though it's only like 8:30 where I'm at right now, it feels more like 3 in the morning to me.
Mhm.
Um, yeah, Dream stayed closer to the entrance and is dodging the security camera. And uh, she got a message from Thander saying, look for friends, look for her friends. And I texted back alone or like at the college, and then he couldn't figure out how to open the message and then accidentally turned his phone off and is now like looking around for me. I'm just gonna shake my head and walk out of the club.
Oh wow. So yeah, as you step out of the club, you do see that there's a bit of a nightlife in the area, and as you look further downtown, you see that it gets a little bit more congested as the lights are brighter, where there's more of a nightlife around.
I'm going to head towards that direction because that's like the obvious path. Like, hey, we're gonna start at this club and go to the more busy areas. So I'm gonna start looking for like security cameras on the way. Um,
That's not gonna be fun for her because, like I said, this area gets a good bit more congested.
yes, it is not gonna be fun for her. She's like, she's horribly uncomfortable, but she's trying to uh see if she can find cameras and stuff. She's gonna duck into an alley before she's doing this and make herself undetectable.
All right,
So basically people avoid her without knowing it, stuff like that.
all right. So yeah, so she's looking around for any cameras right now. Nothing, nothing big in particular. Just the typical stoplights. Just the bright signs of Vegas City by night. If you see people walking all along the street, chatting with each other, just too much stuff for any basic surveillance.
But was probably way too busy to catch her on camera anyway, so I guess I'll look up where the club or the college is.
So, okay, let's see. Do I have that written down? Okay, so yeah, the name of the. Let me see real quick. Would it be better to have an actual college in Arizona or Nevada, I mean, or should I just make something up?
Probably up to you, because it's the world of darkness, not our world, so you could just make whatever you want up, I guess.
All right, so I'm gonna say uh, all right, it's probably not that. Yeah, just say she's from Nevada State University, which is let's see, it's about 45-minute drive. Okay. Yeah, she's from Nevada State University, which is about probably the closest university college is probably Nevada State University, which is about a 45-minute drive from what you can see on your phone. Uh, and I believe the southeast. That's probably your best bet right there. From
Okay.
what you can gather.
She's just gonna start walking back to where the club, where she left Thander, and call Dubstep to pick them up.
All right. Thander, what are you doing right now? Is he still
He was looking for me, but
I mean, like, is he still
yeah, I
dealing
don't
with his?
worry. I thought he was back.
All right. Well, all right. So you're on the you're ringing up Dubstep. He picks up the phone and he asks, "Yes, madam. Can I help you?"
Um, Could you pick us up at the club you did last time? I need a ride to the college.
The college, ma'am.
NSU.
Of course, ma'am. He says, "I will be there momentarily." As he hangs up.
Gonna go
And
look for Thander.
yeah, as you see, when you walk in on him, you can still see he's trying to talk. Probably, I'm probably gonna take a guess and say he's doing this. You could probably still see him talking with a few of the college students, trying to get whatever info from them in the best way he can.
He is charismatic, but so out of touch.
One second, I'm getting my coffee now.
Okay.
All right, got my cup of coffee. I'm good to go.
Awesome.
All right. So, is Thunder back yet?
No, I tried mess adding him, but I couldn't. I didn't get a response.
Shoot. Gotta be kind of one side without him, especially since he's supposed to be in the scene.
Yeah.
I guess we could just say that he's busy talking with the college students right now, and you're just uh, right now on the side waiting for Dubstep to come pick you up. Are you gonna do anything while you wait?
Um, maybe I'll go through her friends' uh like social media to see if they're at the college or out yet, or out tonight or something like that.
All right,
Because
so
she knows that a lot of them like to post stuff all the time.
you go on to a few social media sites, things like Instagram, TikTok, or probably if they're that old-fashioned, Facebook. Just
I
looking
just got
through.
called old-fashioned.
I mean, honestly, like, yeah, yeah. Well, you know who mainly uses Facebook nowadays. Let's be honest.
Yeah, I don't know. I was
Um,
forced to make one a while ago, but yeah,
well, you know what I mean. You know what I mean.
yeah.
So as you're going through the different pages on the different social media sites, you do come you come across a few pages with some students, and in one of the backgrounds, you could make out the details of a girl who looks possibly like the girl who was murdered. And it looks like she is in a group shot with a few individual students.
Was this from
Let's see.
the night, like a few nights ago?
From it looks like a group snap group shot, and the text below is just one final. It seems like yesterday that we're all together. We miss you, Jennifer. And below it, you see this. You see captions with the names of each of the people in the picture.
I guess I'll mark them down.
All right.
Um, have any of them posted anything like tonight specifically?
Uh, well, you see, you look through, and under one of the captions for a young redhead, but you see who goes under the name Melissa Hale. She made a caption recently that said, "Out and about right now. Please, nobody talk to me. I'm just going to hit up the local club and just have a drink."
Hmm.
So, as you see that, of the corner, from the corner of your eye, you see a young woman with red hair start walking towards the club that you just left. She doesn't really notice you as she's walking up. She just has her head in her phone.
Can I hear what or is she's just like scrolling through?
She's just scrolling on her phone.
Oh, okay.
I'm here.
Okay. Melissa Hale?
Yep.
Okay.
All right. All right.
I'm
Okay.
going to. I'm gonna text Dubstep and just like be on standby.
And no, Miss
All
Dogbert,
right.
we have not named our club yet.
Yeah. Um.
Yeah.
If anybody wants
He
some
just texted you a
suggestions,
thumbs up.
we
Okay.
got magic beans, and you could actually end up naming our club for us. So I can't
No,
really come up with a creative, like, good club name.
I've been busy, so. But yeah, we were trying to think of something red and Thander's age.
Yeah, I'm like a 300 to 400-year-old vampire, so
World War II or World War
oh,
One?
uh, So my character, give me a second. Where is it? Date of birth, forgive me. He's over 100 years old.
Okay.
He's lived since he was born in 1915 on May 10th. And his expected date of death was December 16th, 1940s. So it was around World
Definitely
War.
40s music.
Yeah.
I'm going to kind of just. Is she gonna get in line, or is there a line?
Right. She's arriving just before lines really start lining up. Like it is getting a bit packed in there right now, but but the people haven't really started reaching the door yet.
Okay.
So she could just easily make her way in and try and find a spot to sit.
I'm gonna kind of put myself on a path to where like we kind of accidentally bump into each other on our way in.
Yeah. As soon as you just kind of bump into each other, she doesn't really look at you. She just says, "Excuse me," and just keeps on walking.
Oh, sorry. And then I'm going to continue inside after her, and I'm just gonna mark where she sits down.
Yeah, as she walks in, she gives a cursory glance over to the bartender, who looks at her a bit sympathetically with a nod, and then just gets back to cleaning some dishes. You see him start to make a small drink uh, as he does so, and as she sits down, he waits a little bit longer, and then he quickly makes his way to her table, putting the drink in front of her, and then walking away. She then takes a drink and starts to sip it, a bit melancholy as she looks at her phone.
Can I can control what sense. I think I can control what sense I use.
With all specs, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I'm
You
going
can
to.
either be like super sight or super hearing, but if you're in the club and you do super hearing, like
Yeah. No,
you're
it's
gonna
kind
go
of
deaf.
really suck.
Yeah.
Can I smell? I'm going to activate heightened senses and try to smell what's in the drink.
All right. As you smell, it smells like it's an alcoholic drink. You smell strong bits of coffee liquor and vodka in it,
Hmm.
and a slight bit of what smells like heavy cream.
Okay.
Heavy cream, jeez. White Russian.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
I
It's
love them.
wonderful. I love.
I love.
I don't know.
Okay.
I do like cream cocktails and stuff like that, so I probably like it.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, it's awesome, dude. I used to make them all the time. Actually, I'm probably getting ready to make them again on my next good paycheck.
Oh, okay.
I got a big bottle of Kahlua for my 21st. It's still in my fridge.
Oh, nice.
Well, congratulations.
Yeah.
You youngin.
But yeah, I'm guessing that she's familiar with White Russians.
Probably she probably went out a bit with her classmates. She's definitely a shut-in though.
Right. Well, from the smell, you can tell that there's a higher concentration of the two alcoholic ingredients than there is of heavy cream. Like, it's made to be a bit stronger. Even so, you see the young woman just take a good few sips from it. They're small sips, but she takes very frequent sips.
I'm gonna try and maneuver my way around so I can see maybe what she's doing on her phone.
Well, she's currently in the booth in the very back with her back against the wall. So, that's gonna be a bit of an awkward angle.
Okay. I guess I'm gonna like. Phew. Let's see. I'm gonna get. Go up to the bartender and I'm gonna get a vodka with just like a vodka and Sprite.
Alright, he has, let's see, so he, pulls out a can of Sprite with vodka, makes, the drink one part of each. He looks at you and he asks, shaken or stirred?
Just stirred.
Yes, ma'am. He pours the two mixtures into the glass, takes out a small straw, mixes them up, then presents it to you. Enjoy.
Thank you. I guess she'll leave like a 20 just to cover the drink and a tip.
Alright. He takes it, giving a small nod before he gets back to cleaning the dishes.
Is she's gonna like wander around, and I guess Thander would probably see her, but she's gonna eventually make her way to that back table and then just kind of brighten up a little, and she's going to say, "Oh, hey, I bumped into you earlier."
Melissa just looks up at her, a bit absentmindedly, and she's like, yeah, okay. I'm sorry?
Sorry, no, it was more like, I'm sorry about that I wasn't paying attention to where I was going.
It's fine, she says. I had my face on my phone anyway. It could be on both of us right here.
If you don't mind me saying, you don't look like you're enjoying yourself much.
She tries to pass it off a little bit. She's like, just a hard week at the campus. I'm just trying to let off some steam.
I mean, classes have been rough. You mind if I sit?
Yeah. She looks at you a bit uncomfortably, but she nods, and she scoots over a little bit.
She'll, sit down next to her and, like, shrug off her bag. Like, she's, like, more, like, across the table. She's not, like, want to get up, like, next to her to make her uncomfortable or anything like that. But...
Right.
I know it's been crazy lately at the campus.
Yeah, it has. She says with a bit of hesitation. She doesn't look like she wants to say more than a few words at a time. Just from the few sips that she's been giving, starting to sound a little bit slurred.
You said you wanted to let off some steam?
She mutters.
Do you usually just sit, or do you dance as well?
She says, usually I would just hang out here with my friends, but we just don't really hang out here anymore.
I suppose that's fair. I'm actually new to campus, new to the area. I kind of just found this place.
It's a
You wanna
good place
dance?
to start off your night at.
Well.
Let's see. She just looks at you a bit bizarrely. She asks, "Excuse me?"
You wanna dance?
Let's see. You might have to make a roll here. Charisma and
She's kind of
persuasion.
persuasion. She's kind of like
Charisma.
yeah.
I mean, you have a bit of a bonus because she's getting a little bit tipsy right here.
Okay. She's kind of playing like she's good at lying.
Right.
So she's she's playing up the fact she's pretending to be a little more interested. Let's see. I'm going. So, is it just the one bonus dice?
Yeah, one bonus dice.
Okay. I'm going to. Let's play the game and see how hungry we get.
Oh boy.
You get a 4, dude.
I have blood in my bag. It's fine.
Yeah, I don't. That's the thing.
I'm gonna add some. What is the difficulty?
It's gonna be like a 1.
Okay. So that's 3 dice. That's all 3 hungry dice. Fuck.
Oh, jeez.
I'll do my best. I'm debating on whether or not I want to try and roll for a few bonuses. I think 3 should be good, right?
Yeah, 3 is good.
Three.
3.
Oh no, 3. That's 1 difficulty. See what happens. Fuck.
Is she hungry?
He's should have done the bonus dice. That is it's a bestial failure.
Ooh.
So
yeah, you want to roll for your condition.
I mean, there's compulsion. I could get hungrier, even hungrier, and a few other things could happen.
Okay.
But
yeah, probably.
Compulsion, probably.
Yeah. So yeah, you're falling under compulsion then.
Oh, good. I'm delusional.
All right. Yeah. Melissa just looks at you very warily, and she's like, "I'm good. I just wanted to."
Hey, what's going on YouTube? So, as a dice maker, there is a lot of really great resources out there for us, but not a lot of great videos on actually downloaded. You're just gonna head over to here's the customer wants this hour font here,
kinda like
so you're just gonna search.
Thander.
Oh, okay. That's alright. Maybe we'll see each other around. And she's just kind of starts looking at out of the lights and stuff, and starts looking around like she's paranoid. And
Yeah, and Melissa just looks at her a bit nervously before she scoots back into her seat, just like looking at her phone.
Sorry
And
for bothering you. She's gives her a small smile and stands up, leaving her drink.
Yeah, she Melissa nods and just like looks back at her phone. She says, "Have a good night," before she gets back to herself.
Dream didn't touch her drink, and she kind of just slides it over and then walks like is looking around the room like she's running from someone. Like, not running, but she's definitely trying to make her way out because she feels like she's being followed.
Alright, so the bartender notices you, and he steps out from behind the bar and walks up to you and he says, Miss, are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. I'm just I'm gonna leave. She tries to.
Okay. Do you need to...
She ducks out beside him and just doesn't even want to. She just needs to get out, and it is not
and
subtle.
as you, so yeah, as you make your way out, you look around, you see Dubstep's vehicle parked on the side.
Oh. Am I delusional enough to not recognize the vehicle?
How bad was the failure?
Well, you know, it was 3 hunger dice out of 3 hunger dice. Failed.
Yeah, she's probably very short-sighted right now. She probably doesn't even notice.
She looks at the vehicle and just automatic thought is like, that's probably one of the people following her. So she's just gonna duck into an alleyway and immediately just go hidden. Just start trying to disappear.
Okay. Thander, how are you processing this?
I mean, seeing all this go down, I'll probably get up, and I'm not as quick as Dream is, but I'll get up and flag Dubstep because I mean, it sounds like she's like darting down an alleyway. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So since Dubstep was already there, I'll flag Dubstep down and tell him to kind of like. Go ahead.
He just pulls up to you and rolls down the window.
I'll say.
On my way out, when he stopped me, I'm gonna say, just forget I was here, and I'm gonna make eye contact for a second, and he's going to forget that I walked past him.
Who, Dubstep?
All right.
No, the bartender.
The bartender.
My dog just burped.
Because I have a limited version called Cloud Memory, but I just don't want him to remember that I was like way paranoid.
So like, yeah, like I'll jump in the car and I'll tell Dubstep to just follow Dream until like Dream feels comfortable to kind of like pop back out and kind of climb back into the car, because Dream's pretty quick and stealthy. I guess like the years of working for the FBI and whatnot kind of taught her how to be stealthy and stuff. So I'll try and have.
She also turned invisible.
Okay.
And she can't be seen by cameras.
Okay. So I guess I would have like seen you kind of dart out the door and head towards a alleyway, and then you would have gone invisible once no eyes were truly on you except for probably Kindred's, and then I'll just be like, hey, Dubstep, take the back road over here, or the side road or whatever, and make it quick, like try and cut off Dream.
He slows down as he starts to turn into the alleyway. And he has his lights on brights, so they're pretty much showering the entire alleyway in a bright light.
Okay. And I'll step out of the car and walk out and kind of lean up against the this like SUV type car, and I'll say, Dream, can you hear me? Come on. You didn't tell me anything that that you found in there. Look, and I'm gonna walk over and pop open the trunk, and that scared the crap out of me. Who actually opened up something?
Oh no,
didn't.
my hand hit my phone on the table. Sorry.
Oh, okay, it's okay. So, I open up the trunk, knowing that, like, you know, if Dream is there and is invisible, she can just crawl
She's
into the back
going
of the
to
trunk.
appear like she can't see who's actually there
When you're invisible,
because
you
of the
can.
headlights. Like they're shining on her. So she's going to as you turn, she's going to sweep up behind, and there is a pistol pressed to the back of your neck.
Okay.
Why are you following me?
Dream, it's Thander.
And Thander?
And Thander, it's me, your friend.
And
You alright? And I'll like look at Dream, like look at her eyes, see if she's like having like one of those like mental fits. Does she like look like she's like out of it?
She is.
yeah, she looks very bewildered right now.
She's extremely like. I don't know if you've seen her like. I don't know how much you've seen her like freak out like this, especially when she's running, but it's probably happened before, and she is extremely like scared and paranoid, and could probably. Her finger's still on the trigger, and if something were to spook her right now, she would probably pull it.
Okay. So I could expect to get shot in the head if I move too quickly. Okay. Or if somebody jumps out, you're probably you're like super antsy.
No pressure.
On edge. So no, I'll be like, all right, come on, get in the car. Let's head back to the casino. We've got a few things. So what did you find talking to that person?
Slowly.
Yeah. And as they talk about this, Dream, you do see from behind Thander, you see Dubstep slowly make his way over, in his hand a blood pouch, and he says, "Could this calm your nerves, madam?"
She hasn't put her gun away, but she has it pointed down. She just kind of snatches it from his hand and backs off. Let's just get out of here, okay?
Of course. As he turns around and starts making his way back to the vehicle.
She like looks around, like looks at the like roof of the alleyway, like where they are, and she's just looking for any one that could possibly be following her or them, but she slowly makes her way back into the car.
All right, as you get in the car,
Yeah. I'll close the door.
Dubstep looks. Oh, Dubstep looks in the mirror and he asks the destination. So,
back to the casino.
Of course.
But first, before we go there, can you stop by my apartment, please? There's something I need to get.
Yes, sir. He nods as he rolls the window up and starts driving. And I'm sorry.
No, you're fine. Basically, I'm going to go there to go get a shotgun.
Okay, so within a few minutes, you see the familiar structure of your condo come up as Dubstep stops in front of it and rolls down the window, facing you and saying, "We have reached our destination, so..."
How long does it take to get there?
From where we
I don't know
probably
how many
were,
blood bags she's probably consumed by that point.
from where we probably were, I'd say probably like, because my apartment, my condo is like kind of like right in the Vegas like strip area. It's one of the, like the bigger little
Nicer
condos.
one.
So
Yeah.
yeah, so we I figure it probably takes like 30 minutes at max to get there, but parking's a bitch.
Okay. Probably, I guess she's probably consumed 2 by that point. Because she had some in her bag.
Right.
Is that alright?
Yep.
Okay. So her hunger is back down, but she is still not okay.
A bit out of it. Would you like me to watch her as you go inside your condo, sir?
Just make sure she just doesn't wander. Stick with her. I'll flag you down or whistle for you. Or worst case scenario, get a cab.
Yes, sir. Yeah,
But I'll go
Thander,
upstairs.
you're a little bit muffled right there.
Oh, sorry. Is this better?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's better.
So basically, he'll look at Dubstep and he'll say, "Dubstep, if she feels like wandering, feel free to tag along with her and just keep her safe, in case she needs a car. I'm gonna go grab a shotgun from my condo. It's just for safekeeping. I feel like this vehicle needs at least some form of weapon in it of quality. So I'm gonna go grab a duffel bag, and I will be back in about 30 minutes. Um, again, if anything happens, I can just easily call for a taxi." And he like physically cringes, like at the thought of like having to get like a taxi service. And it's not because like it's like the state of position. No, it's just he just doesn't want to be around other people that aren't kindred at this moment because he's starting to like his thirst is starting to take over, especially like when he's at 2 he's good. It's when he's at 3, that's when it's like it's starting to eat at him a little bit.
I was
So
at 4 for a moment.
yeah, I was amazed that the DM didn't like straight up like almost like take a character sheet for a short bit. I know that's when you get to 5 though. I know when you get to 5, like you lose your character sheet and the DM's like, "All right, well, looks like you're not
You're
playing
done.
right now."
Well, basically, 5
Uh,
is you're still in control, but it's really easy to lose yourself. And like if you smell blood at all, you have to make a frenzy roll.
Yeah, that's scary.
oh, God. So I'm just glad you didn't roll that high.
Yeah. I was only at 3, but I had a 3 dice pool, and I was just like, I should really. I was worried about doing a messy critical. Nope, I should have been worried about a steel failure.
Mm.
That probably would have been a little bit less disastrous.
At least it would have been successful.
So
yeah, you're just kind of messed up right now.
So
yeah,
I'm
I
gonna
have
go.
a 2 dice penalty to all my social rules right now.
Oh, fun!
Oh. Oh.
You're like, I want crayons so I can draw.
I cannot communicate with anyone at all right now.
So I go up to my room, greet the doorman and go
Great
up.
dog.
Yeah, my dog barked. Go up to my room, and there's somehow magically is Stitch just in my room there. One minute you thought he'd be at the casino, but now he's in my room, and give the cat scritches, and then I go grab a duffel bag from my closet, and just a basic black duffel bag, nondescript, nothing of wealth or fortune, because I don't want people to like if they do stumble upon this, I don't want them to be like, oh, that's a really nice bag, that's gotta be Thander's. I want them to be like, oh, well, this is very nondescript, someone could have put this here. So
Right.
I'm gonna grab like this like black duffel bag. I'm gonna go over to where I have like this like small like uh gun safe, and it's like I wouldn't even say small, I'd say it's like a medium size, stand up gun safe, and like I open it. My code is all ones, just make it simple, make it safe. uh so each rotation it's one click to the right, full rotation click to the right, full rotation to the left, click to the right. um but yeah, like I fill the duffel bag up with I'll say one shotgun, one like submachine gun, like a not like an Uzi, but like I would say like a uh I'll say like a P90, because I love P90s. They're like my favorite gun, and like I don't know why, but they are. And I'll put like two handguns, two like hand cannons practically, in the bag, and then like just grab like 2 cases of ammunition, and one shotgun, and one will be submachine gun ammunition rounds, and I'll put it in the bag, and then make sure all the guns are loaded and the safeties are on, and then I don't think I would have any grenades. Would I have grenades or smoke
Depends
grenades?
on smoke, maybe, but no fragmentation. I would think
Damn. All right.
that'd be way too ballistic in these heavy areas.
Okay. So I'll grab 2 smoke grenades,
Okay.
and I'll put them in the bag. And then I'll put the bag on my back, and then walk up, give Stitches the scooches again, and then close the door behind me after I put cat food and water down for the cat.
All right.
Gotta feed the cat. I might be undead, but doesn't mean the cat is.
Well. All right. Well. Okay. So as you feed the cat, you walk back to the vehicle, right, with your duffel bag full of stuff.
Yeah, and then I'll put it. I'll like reach in and pull like a strap on the seat, and the seat will like fold forward, and then there'll be like a compartment, and I'll just drop the duffel bag underneath the chair, like underneath the seat, and then close it back up,
Okay.
like sit right on top, and then look over at Dreamin' Dubstep and just say, "All right, I'm all set. We can get going now."
All right.
Dream is
You
not
know.
even like sat on an actual. Because I figure this SUV is like one of those ones where it has the seats facing each other on either side, and then
Oh, that'd
it
be
has
cool.
one. Yeah, it has like a. Basically, it has seats all the way around the back instead of
Yeah.
and then it has side doors instead of the
Well,
usual.
like in my mind, it has like trunk space, but it's like enough to put a person in.
Hmm.
Reasons, and then like the rest of the seating is like bulk seating for like a lot of people to sit in, and like
Yeah.
the back seated area, like we would be facing each other, and there'd be like a shallow area, and like there'd be like a because I'd probably have like custom work done on the vehicle. There'd probably be like a uh a drink holder or something like that, kind of off to the right, like a mixed, like a small table, like if need be, that we can like kind of like pull out or whatever. So I would have done like a cocktail bar, but my character doesn't drink alcohol.
Is there like
Right.
would there be like room for her to sit like on the floor, like close to the back,
You
like
could,
next to against the
the,
wall?
yeah, like, well, there wouldn't be a place where you could sit that there wouldn't be chairs
Okay, then
besides being like the floor.
she's just kind of like curled up on the seat in the back corner, just two blood bags next to her, and she's just kind of staring at nothing.
Thander's like in the other corner, just throwing blood bags at her, like, calm down, calm down. No, I'm joking.
Jesus, dude.
Yeah, emotional. That's how emotional support works.
Drink some blood.
Oh god, dude.
So like, I figure Thander will be like, he'll pull out the Nokia, his primitive rock, and he'll hold the green button down for 10 seconds, and then it'll do nothing. So then he'll hold the red button down for another for 10 seconds, and that's when it actually turns on, and he's like, ah, it's always the red one. And once it turns on, he'll be like, what was that number again? Star 611, and he's gonna hold it to his ear, hoping that it's the number that you'd call if you want to be able to call like a directory so they can link you to someone. And his hope is that he'll get someone to talk to, in hopes to get his security team sent over to his new casino. He's got a few things for them.
Alright.
Did the rest
They
of his
receive
security
your
team?
message.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. With how well you know how to work the phone, they were able to get your signal and interpret what they could from it, and have verified that they're going to send. Pardon me. Have verified that they're going to send some people over there.
How many?
Probably about 20 people.
Oh wow, okay. Oh yeah.
So I suppose as Thander walks in, he hears her breathing very heavily, like hyperventilating, but it starts to slow down as she starts to compose herself.
She basement's changed quite a bit because it's now basically like a full bedroom, but it has a desk with like the security camera footage and a whole bunch of other techno babble that he definitely doesn't understand.
Yeah,
Has
how's that feel right
Several
here?
screens.
is there sheetrock? Let me ask that. Is there sheetrock and like painted walls, or is it just like
Yeah, it's probably still being probably the last wall's still being painted, but there's on every other wall it's like pretty set up and painted.
mm-hmm.
It's basically like a heavy purple light in here,
Okay.
so it doesn't make too much uh ambient outside of that, especially when like she comes up out of it and to be in the casino, like when it gets all set up and stuff.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But yeah, this is where she's gonna be, basically where she would watch security footage and do her uh, hacking and secure, like basically this is her setup.
Okay.
Very
So
hacker friendly.
okay. Okay. Let's get the hacker motif. Um.
Kind of her job.
So
She's kind of like in the corner of her bed in the room.
he'll walk up to the door and he'll knock on the door. And
I
then
guess it's still open, so
after he
should
knocks, he
look up.
waits 5 seconds, and then he opens the door. And standing at the threshold, he doesn't enter. None of that. He says, "Dream."
What is it? Are they
Dream.
gone?
You're okay. You're in a safe space. You have friends.
He was following me, and
No one's following you. Dream. You're
yes,
safe.
he was following me, and I had to get out.
Well,
I
you were
was
able to escape, and you've made your way home. You're safe. Did you look at the new cameras I got installed?
She looks over to her desk and nods.
And look over here. Pretty flashy lights. I don't know what they do, but I know you like them.
Yeah, sure.
Look, I know things can be scary sometimes. Bombs going off and whatnot. The Germans rushing in. You know how they can be. The Germans. Look. Don't worry too much about all of the chaos that's dwelling around you. Focus on what we're doing. The task at hand. Try and not dissuade from that.
I was trying to. I was never best at the
Talking part?
Yeah. I'm good at lying. I've passed all those tests, but undercover work wasn't my best.
Well, if you're trying to do undercover work and trying to be sneaky about it, you know what always helped me? I always imagine Halloween. Dressing up like a kid, and going out and you're playing the role of something that you're not.
There you go.
And if you get caught up and you feel like what you're doing is slipping away, it's okay to walk away and come back. No one's going to think you're lesser of well, any lesser of you or yourself. Now, as for your trauma, that's a whole nother story that I honestly I don't know anything about. And I honestly don't have a psychology degree to help you with your situation.
I
All I
don't think it's I didn't used to be like this.
Everybody has these days, and I'll like kind of like motion to her state, and I'll say, everyone has a meltdown. Unfortunately, you're kind, they're more prone to having them. A lot of people give y'all shit, but realistically, like, y'all are probably the most human, all kindred. You deal with their psychology more than any of us. Now look, all the time you need relax. If you need the night, you got the night. But I
I
really,
was talking to.
I really need to know what you learned in that club and what caused you to have this fit. Now, I know that right now it's a little much, it's a little difficult. That's okay. We're immortal. And he'll smile. Um, and I'll be like, look,
Girl,
you
I
got your.
was
Go ahead.
talking to was her friend, and she went. I was checking their social media, and she said she was going out, and then I looked up and she was there, and I was going to try and I don't know, distract her, get her to loosen up. She was not in the best.
Well, yeah,
She wasn't okay.
she had just lost a friend. Nobody's okay after that.
Oh, I probably didn't help. I don't know. I was gonna ask about
You're gonna ask about what?
where they went after this. I don't know where
It's,
they.
so you
That's the
just
missing piece, because if they if I know where they went, if I know the path, then I could find a camera or where she was killed, and then I can. We need to find the real crime scene because that was staged.
Mm-hmm. Look, we can try another night to get this information that we need. Look, you're not in the best mental health.
I don't think I ever am.
No. You got your good nights. You got your bad nights. Tonight is not a good night. Tonight's one of those bad nights. Okay, so don't you fret. Don't you worry. Um, so what you need to be focused on is maintaining a good composure and just kind of getting your mind in the right spot. not focusing on, this this guy chasing you, whoever the heck this guy chasing you is. But look, delicate. Be gentle. Yeah, you need to lay down. You need to relax. You just rest, okay? Like I'll handle security and I'll handle everything tonight. You just, think about the things that were spoken tonight, and when you got the time, no pressure, no pressure. I mean, if you got the time right now, feel free to tell me everything you were able to find out. Otherwise, tomorrow.
Melissa Hale is her name.
Melissa Hale. Oh, okay. Again, no pressure, no pressure. How close were they? Were they best friends?
She's taken it the hardest.
Okay. And if you were to try and hang out with this person again, do you think that they'd come back to this bar again?
She comes back once every week.
Interesting. Did she say who she may have ran into maybe that night?
No, I didn't get that far.
Okay. At least we have a beginning stages of something to work with.
I was gonna ask Dubstep to take me to the college, but then I saw her and I don't know.
No, it's okay. It's okay. We're kind of flying by the seat of our trousers here. So what I would say is next time, when there's a social interaction or anything like that, and you find someone that we might need to talk to or whatever, you're more than welcome. You're more than welcome to lead the conversation. But if you let me get in there and I'll help you out, you might be able to pry a bit more information out of these people. And get a little bit more details than one would expect. Again, no pressure. You did great tonight. You did awesome. I'm really proud of you risking the social norms that you're not used to having. But we need to go ahead. Sorry.
I should have eaten before I went in.
Yeah, me too. I haven't eaten in like 3, maybe 4. Wait. It's been a week and a half for me.
It's... it's funny.
I'm starting to get really hungry.
She's a redhead.
Oh, that's not healthy. Anyway, look. Let's get you, kind of locked down and, kind of put in a safe space. You have your toys, you have all your toys, and you're like motioning around it, like the cameras and stuff. He's like, if you feel like working, but I've got some things to handle with security detail here. We got like 20 new guys and girls, I guess, and then we're gonna see what we can make of these people. Sound good to you?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Well, you sound really depressed. Sorry.
I'm fine.
No, you're not. Anyway,
Well, I guess I'll be eventually, you know?
If you need anything, we've got blood bags in the back for you. I think you've got like 8 more. We're probably gonna have to get you a couple more. I need to eat soon. It's literally been a week and a half. It's almost 2 weeks, maybe longer. I mean, it's the days bleed together. But yeah, let me go talk to my detail, and once I kind of get them settled, we can focus on tomorrow night. Maybe hit up the club tomorrow, find this person. I also have another name of another individual that supposedly comes. And I was also going to make a suggestion for you, which, you know, this could be like a little project for you. All of her close friends that he out with, you know, ride, go shopping, you know, does her makeup with, does the Yoda thing, you know, where they go to the gym and they do the Yoda thing.
That's
What?
it's called yoga.
I get that's backwards with the Yoda guy. I'm sorry. And they go to the Starbucks place. So get all the, you know, the computer phone stuff compiled and, you know, kind of like figured out. He's like trying to like make weird hand motions, trying to explain things that he doesn't understand. And he's
I've
like, yeah.
already kind of started. Yeah, I'll work on it.
Okay. If you can find like, you know, where they live, you know, these things would give us an edge. Like, even if you could find like, if, you know, the person said like, hey, I'll go in here tonight, be back later, or, you know, light a candle for me or something, you know what I mean? You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so anyway, look, I'm sorry, I feel like an asshole when I say this, but I've really got to go, and I've got to talk to the security, like this new security detail. They're just standing around in the lobby staring at a bunch of boxes. So, sorry, it's rest
Yeah, okay.
and I turn around and I close the door.
Alright. So I take it you are going to start making your way upstairs?
Yeah.
Dream
And
is
as
going
soon
to
as-
turn on music and drink the rest of her blood bag, the blood bags she had in her bag, so she can drug the fuck out.
As soon as Thander comes up to the first floor again, he walks in and he sees the captain of the security team listening to an earpiece with a troubled expression. And it says, "Yep, all right. I will let him know. Thank you." As he gets off his earpiece, he looks around and he sees you, and he walks up. Pardon me, sir, but we have some news. We just received word from what we heard, the person you're answering to.
What, huh?
From what we heard, your situation got a bit more complicated.
Okay.
was another murder.
Wait, what? And I think that's where we should end the game for tonight.
Yep.
Because that's actually a big fucking cliffhanger right there, dude. There's another murder. I'm like, wait, what? This is deep.
Yes. Cool, maybe I can follow this trail better.
Yeah. Well, the good news is if there's multiple kills, right? Like if there's a lot going on, and there's
well, it just became a serial murder, so now I can start looking at locations that are in similar proximity and stuff like that. So.
Or like, what if the murderer is in fact a human that like purposely wears like fake vampire teeth? And they're like, I watch too many Blade movies.
That would have been her. I'm gonna fucking
what?
kick someone's ass.
What?
If it was Melissa, I'm gonna kick someone's ass. I'm gonna feel real fucking bad.
Oh boy.
Oh no. Kick your ass.
What?
Shit. Nah, it's fine. Totally fine.
Oh boy.
Sir DM.
Yeah.
What did you do?
What did
What have you done? What have you done?
You'll have to wait till next game to find out.
You suck.
Mm-mm-mm.
Have a good night, everyone.
Have a good night.
Good night, everybody.